Yo tocaré Green. A very good morning, one and all. We are gathered here on the occasion of the 16th Convocation of CEPT University. I, Anita Hiranandani, Registrar of the University, welcomes you all to this solemn ceremony as we gather to honor our graduates and celebrate their achievements. It's indeed a pleasure to welcome you all to this ceremony, and we have with us among Dr. Madhav Khosla, Associate Professor of Law at Columbia University, whose address we are very much looking forward to hearing today. On behalf of CEPT University, I welcome you, sir. I warmly welcome Shri Sanjay Bhai Lalbhai, respected chairman of the university. Shri Sanjay Bhai has always taken a keen interest in every aspect of the university and has been a source of inspiration and encouragement and support to us in all our endeavors. I'm also happy to welcome the members of the governing body and the board of management of the university, president, the provost, deans, my colleagues from the teaching and administration, graduating students and their families, alums, students of the university, invited guests, friends from the media and press on this august occasion. Before the formal proceedings are embarked, let us declare the 16th Convocation open with the lighting of the lamp. May I request Dr. Bimal Patel, President of the University, to deliver the welcome address.
Friends, we are gathered this morning for the 16th Convocation of CEPT University. We were all hoping that we could do this in person. Unfortunately, that was not to be. We have to do this online. Today, the university will confer degrees on students who have completed their program of study during the academic session 2020-2021. It will also confer awards won during that period. On this occasion, I'm very happy to welcome our chief guest, Professor Madhav Khosla, who is an Associate Professor of Law at Columbia University. Professor Khosla is a very distinguished person. He grew up in Delhi. He went to school there. After completing his schooling, he pursued a 5-year BA LLB at the National Law School in Bangalore, which he completed in 2008. This was followed by a year as a research assistant with the Commission on Centre-State Relations, Government of India. In 2010, he went to study at Yale University and received his LLM from the Yale Law School. While at Yale, Professor Khosla developed a keen interest in constitutional law and in the Indian Constitution. He attributes the development of this interest to the excellent teachers he studied under at Yale University. The following year, Professor Khosla returned to India and spent a year at the Center for Policy Research in New Delhi. During this year, he published his first book titled The Indian Constitution. It was part of the Oxford India Short Introduction series and has since been cited in several court rulings. I read this book in 2012 when it was first published. I found it to be most useful introduction to the subject and recommended it for courses at CEPT University. Little did I know that Professor Khosla whose impressive book I was recommending to master's students at CEPT University, was himself 27 years of age when he wrote it. After his year at the Center for Policy Research, Professor Khosla spent several years at Harvard University pursuing a PhD in political theory. During this period, he published an anthology of letters written by Nehru to India's chief ministers and co-edited 2 books, Unstable Constitutionalism, Law and Politics in South Asia, and the Oxford Handbook of the Indian Constitution. Professor Khosla received his doctorate in 2017. His dissertation was awarded the Edward M. Chase Prize for the best dissertation on a subject relating to the promotion of world peace. He was also selected to the Harvard Society of Fellows. This was an exceptionally rare honor. Let me just explain what this is. The Harvard Society of Fellows is a group of scholars selected at the beginning of their careers by Harvard University for their potential to advance academic wisdom. They are bestowed with distinctive opportunities to foster their individual and intellectual growth. Fellows are appointed by senior fellows based upon previous academic accomplishments and receive generous financial support for 3 years while they conduct independent research at Harvard University in any discipline. They are not required to meet any formal degree requirements or graded in any way. The only stipulation is that they maintain primary residence at Cambridge, Massachusetts for the duration of their fellowship, and that they attend a formal dinner with other fellows every Monday. Membership in the society is for life. Professor Khosla spent 2 years at Harvard with his fellowship. During this period, he co-edited a book titled Regulation in India, Design Capacity and Performance. He then returned to India. Between 2020 and 21, he was the Ambedkar Visiting Associate Professor of Law at Columbia University and an Associate Professor of Political Science at Ashoka University. During this period, he published a wonderful book, India's Founding Moment, The Constitution of a Most Surprising Democracy. This book has very recently won the Order of the Coif Book Award. Professor Khosla has only recently taken up a full-time job at Columbia University. In fact, he went there, I believe, 2 or 3 Mondays ago, and he's joining us from New York. Professor Khosla's remarkable and prodigious career focused on the Indian Constitution has been fueled by a very strong belief that the Constitution is much too important to be left to lawyers alone. It fundamentally affects every dimension of our lives, and we should all, as citizens under that Constitution, take a keen interest in it. We should know it, we should celebrate it, and we should worry about it. Towards this end, Professor Khosla has striven through his books and scholarship to bring the Constitution alive to us and to make it accessible to all of us. Professor Khosla, we are extremely honored to have you as the chief guest ever at our convocation. Thank you very much for agreeing to be part of this. It is also my pleasure to welcome our chairman, Shri Sanjay Lalbhai. As many of you already know, he is a well-known and highly respected business leader. As chairman and managing director of Arvind Mills, Sanjay Bhai led Arvind in its quest to be one of the largest manufacturers of woven textiles in India and one of the largest denim fabric manufacturers in the world. Sanjay Bhai is also the present-day torchbearer of a remarkable tradition of enlightened and far-sighted civic leadership in Ahmedabad, which is over a century old. Long before corporate social responsibility became mandatory, it is this tradition of civic-minded business leaders supporting noble, strategic, and far-reaching causes that has allowed Ahmedabad to play a far bigger role in the life of our nation than Ahmedabad's size or economy warrant. Sanjay Bhai is deeply interested and involved in higher level education and research. He is the president of Ahmedabad Education Society and is involved in many other institutions such as Ahmedabad University, Ahmedabad Textile Research Association, and the Physical Research Laboratory. Sanjay Bhai, we are thankful for the keen interest you take in the development of CEPT University and are privileged to have you present at this convocation. I am also very happy to welcome the other members of the governing body, members of the Board of Management, provost, deans, faculty members, alumni, and students of CEPT University. And last but not the least, I especially welcome all the parents of our students, particularly the parents and guests of the students who are graduating and winning awards today. It is indeed a special occasion. Today we honor the achievements of our students, and all of us at CEPT University are very happy that you are with us to share in our joy and pride. Now, as is customary on this occasion, let me tell you something about CEPT's activities in the past 1 year. In the last 2 years, the world has undergone a tremendous disruption because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In the last 1 year, we have witnessed a second wave, and we are in the midst of a third wave of infections. Over this time, many have lost their loved ones, suffered loss of employment and income, and faced many associated challenges. Schools and universities have also faced their share of challenges. It has not been easy, and yet, together, we have overcome many of the challenges. We have continued to operate and deliver on our mission of teaching and research to the best of our ability. We have attempted to keep the university accessible and open as much as we could within the ambit of regulations. We have supported those who face greatest difficulties through additional financial support. All the while, we have tried to retain the high quality of teaching and learning that CEPT is known for. Everyone at the university has continued to work hard to help the university function smoothly. I'd like to commend the tremendous effort put in by our students, faculty members, and staff that have enabled us to tackle the challenges in these difficult times. I hope that one day very soon we will once again see the campus completely filled with students and completely alive. Now I'd like to list a few of the notable events of the past year. First, about the people at CEPT. CEPT is blessed to have a pool of highly motivated and committed teachers and staff members. I'd like to mention a few who, after many years with CEPT, have transitioned to other roles during the previous year. Ms. Tejaswini Joshi, our librarian, retired from her role after being with CEPT for almost 40 years. She has been a pillar of support to many students, faculty members, and some past students who are now faculty members. So, congratulations on such a wonderful innings. Thank you very much, Tejaswini Ben. Mr. Rimpal Shah, Deputy Librarian, who has been with us for 18 years, has also moved on to a different organization. Professor Reshma Shah has stepped down from her role as a faculty member at Faculty of Technology to join the Center for Infrastructure at the CEPT Research Development Foundation. She has been with the Faculty of Technology for over 20 years, and she will be instrumental in augmenting the work at CRDF. In the accounts team, Mr. Mahesh Panchal, Deputy CFO, retired after over 37 years with CEPT, and Ms. Himani Shah has stepped down after 11 years with CEPT. CEPT is deeply thankful to all these people for the contribution that they have made towards building our university. Thank you, all of you. Second, about scholarships. It has been our aim to ensure that no student is denied opportunity to study at CEPT for want of financial resources. In response to the ongoing COVID pandemic, CEPT has continued the Emergency Scholarship Fund in addition to its regular merit and means scholarship. I am glad to report that overall CEPT has spent approximately 7.12 crores, or roughly 13% of its total fee income, towards scholarships, assistantships, which have benefited 745 students in total. That's out of a total of approximately 2,000 students. It is heartening to note that no student has had to discontinue their education due to financial impact of COVID. The CEPT Mentorship Program. In the last year, CEPT University signed a Memorandum of Understanding for mentoring two institutions, the McGann Ooty School of Architecture and the Vellore Institute of Technology. Through these MOUs, CEPT will provide capacity building and support for faculty, setting in place systems to achieve excellence. The mentorship program, in response to the call of the National Education Policy 2020 to establish mentorship relationships between higher education institutions within India and abroad. Going forward, CEPT will continue to mentor institutions to help improve the quality of teaching and learning in architecture and design programs across the country. The India ILCC 2021, the Indian Lean Concrete Conference, is a significant and coveted lean construction conference of the world. In India, the Institute for Lean Construction Excellence, a non-profit entity, has been propagating the ethos of lean construction among the industry and academia. CEPT University, in collaboration with the ILCE, hosted the National Conference ILCC in December 2021. It was attended by over 100 participants comprising leading academics and industry experts from across the country. The CEPT Essay Prize. The CEPT Essay Prize 2020, with the theme of Urbanizing Asia and World Knowledge, has two winners, along with three honorary mentions. The winners were virtually felicitated in the award ceremony that was held in October 2021. An award-winning writer and festival director, Ms. Namita Gokhale, was invited to give a public lecture to honor the winners. During the ceremony, the theme of the next round, CEPT Essay Prize 2021, was announced as Embellishment. The jury comprises Romi Khosla, Tridip Surud, and Qazi Khalef Ashraf. CEPT Archives and CEPT Press. CEPT Archives and CEPT Press continue to grow in their activities and impact. They are well underway to becoming important institutions in the country and making a significant contribution to the academic commons of the country. The CEPT University Press has recently published From Diagram to Design by Kamu Iyer and the Indian edition of Rahul Mehrotra's book on working in Mumbai. Both books make a significant contribution to the discourse on architectural practice in the country. 4 catalogues of vernacular furniture, along with the book Anaikya, Vernacular Furniture of Rajasthan, were also published. These catalogues and the books are a result of the project undertaken by DICRC, Design Innovation and Craft Resource Center, and South Asia Decorative of Arts and Crafts Collection Trust. The proceedings of the ILCC 2021 were also published by the CEPT University Press. The CEPT Archives has continued with the digitization of archival collections. New acquisitions include the work of C.S.H. Jabwala, the celebrated Delhi architect, and Kiran Pandya, an alum of CEPT University. An agreement has been recently signed with Sirish Berry, architect, for his works. Additionally, 3 items from the archives collection will be on display at an upcoming exhibition, The Project of Independence, Architectures of Decolonization in South Asia 1947-1985 at MoMA, New York, from 20th February to 2nd July 2022. The archives continues to work with and is the only university archive recognized by the National Archives of India. With regards to infrastructure of the university, the lecture hall that we are in right now, the construction of the Balwantrai N. Brahmbhatt lecture hall is now complete and the lecture hall is in use. This new lecture hall was recently inaugurated. We are deeply thankful to the Brambhatt family for their contribution towards this wonderful facility and to its architect Christopher Benninger for designing it so well. It will be of significant value in the teaching and learning at CEPT. Many of you are aware that the original Faculty of Architecture building was under repair. It is now almost complete. In the next couple of weeks, the renovated space will be available for students to start using it once again. The COVID pandemic was used by us for the long overdue repair of the building. We look forward to its active use very soon. Research and advisory opportunities. The CEPT Research and Development Foundation has been doing some exemplary work in research, advisory and capacity building. Center for Advanced Research in Building Science and Energy is developing a 3D energy model of Ahmedabad city, one of the first cities in the world to have such a model, in partnership with University College London, C40 and Bentley Systems. Center for Heritage Conservation is working with the Tourism Corporation of Gujarat for a feasibility study of 10 stepwell sites in Gujarat with a focus on preparing concept plans for their restoration, conservation and development as tourist destinations. The Center for Heritage Conservation has also started Conservation Site School to safeguard heritage sites through short courses on the repair, restoration and upgrade process. Center for Excellence for Urban Transport is making advances in electric mobility with projects like the Strategy and Action Plan for Electrification of Public Transport and Intermediate Public Transport in Indian Cities, which is funded under the UK Pact Green Recovery Challenge Fund. Center for Urban Planning and Policy is working on handholding select cities of India in preparation and implementation of town planning schemes and local area plans. They are doing a comparative study on TDRs, transferable development rights, to help develop guidance for cities dealing with challenges with assembling land for public uses. Center for Advanced Geomatics launched a podcast series on data for resilient cities with co-data. Cities in Maharashtra have implemented a cost-effective and non-mechanized treatment technology with the support of the Center for Water and Sanitation. Additionally, CRDF continues to expand its partnership with both bilateral and multilateral development actors such as GIZ, Asia Development Bank and the World Bank. Ratings, rankings and accreditation. The Strategic Initiatives Office has been leading the university's efforts on participation in various rating and ranking opportunities. Last year, in the NIRF, CEPT continued to remain among the top institutions in the country in the architecture category. The university improved its standing to 5 stars in overall university category in the GSIRF. In addition to this, after an 18-month process, CEPT University was recognized as a Center of Excellence by the Government of Gujarat. The university received formal notification of this status on the 5th of January this year. This is significant not just in the immediate term but also for the long-term development of the university. It is a testament to the tremendous effort put in place by everyone on a regular basis to keep the university's pursuit of excellence on good track. And it's also a testament to the Government of Gujarat's confidence and support in CEPT University. CEPT Professional Programs. Recently, we have announced a new initiative called CEPT Professional Programs. The mission of the CPP is to support individual and organizational learning by providing opportunities to acquire new skills and capabilities, thus allowing professionals to stay relevant in the evolving context. CPP will draw from the expertise and capacity of the accomplished faculty members at CEPT University, experts and practitioners from the field. Its programs will build on deep research, vast advisory projects and innovative pedagogies. A yearly calendar of programs to be offered through CPP will be announced within the next few months. This year, the Faculty of Planning completes 50 years. Established in 1972 as the School of Planning, Faculty of Planning at CEPT University is one of the pioneers of education in the field of planning in India. Many of our 2,700 plus graduates have over the last 50 years demonstrated excellence in research, consulting, plan and project implementation, public policy, and shaping urban agenda in various capacities at global and national levels. The year 2022 will be marked with a series of events, including panel discussions, roundtable deliberations, special lectures, and alumni events to commemorate Faculty of Planning's 50 years. A dedicated FP50 website will be launched today. One last point, and this is for all of you who are going to be newly minted alums of the university. Our alumni office has put together a welcome package for you with an alumni card and a token that will remind you of this day. As you go out over the next few years, there may be many instances when you need support of the university, or you need some old document, or you would like to connect with someone in a new city. Please do not hesitate to reach out to the alumni office for any kind of help. Also, as and when time permits, please come back and share your experiences with our students. Finally, before I return to the program at hand, I want to remind all of us that without the hard work of the faculty members, both permanent and visiting, and the staff of CEPT University, none of the developments that I'm talking about would have been possible. I sincerely thank all of our faculty members. I'm sure that all the students also want to do so. Traditionally, this is where I would request a round of applause. In this virtual world, please use the Zoom reactions button on the bottom right, the one which looks like a smiley, and click on the first reaction to the left. This afternoon, a total of 646 students will receive their degrees. Many awards will be conferred. On behalf of my colleagues, deans, faculty members, staff, and myself, I congratulate all those receiving degrees and awards. All of us wish you all the very best in life and hope that you will make the most of the opportunities that it presents. In doing so, you will make us proud. We also hope that you will stay in touch and keep coming back to your alma mater. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bimal Bhai. May I now request Shri Sanjay Bhai Lal Bhai, Chairman of the University, to address the gathering. Sir.
Sir, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Right. A very good morning to all of you. I'm very happy to welcome Dr. Madhav Khosla, our chief guest today, Dr. Bimal Patel, President of CEPT University, Dr. Tridip Surud, Provost, members of the governing board, teams of various faculties, faculty members, members of the administration, and graduating students to the 16th Convocation of CEPT University. These past 2 years have been very difficult ones, with COVID affecting our lives in every which way. Some have lost livelihood, some have lost family members, and the entire fabric of society has been turned upside down. For us here at the university, our usual system of education has been completely disrupted, and we have had to look for various means to reach our goals. I'm very glad to see that with an innate ability, we have risen above the challenges that this pandemic has thrown at us. Challenges and difficulties have often brought grief and suffering, but we have seen that it also brings out the creative best in people. Innovative ways of teaching, of learning, of communicating have been the hallmark of educational system these past 2 years. Despite the odds we see in front of us, graduating students ready to step out into the real world. On the flip side, challenges egg us on to think out of box. In this adverse environment, the younger generation is engaged in the startup economy and giving birth to a unicorn every 15 days. I hope that challenges push all of you too to give birth to your creative best. I would like to share with you, all of you, that in this difficult time, a very important accolade that Bimalbai and the entire faculty have earned for the university in the recognition of CEPT University as a center of excellence by the government of Gujarat. CEPT is one of the 7 institutions that has been recognized as COE. My heartiest congratulations. Graduating students, as you move into a very important phase of your life, you have to take on the task of making this world a better place than the one you have inherited. That will be your responsibility. Work with integrity, work with passion, work with commitment, and you will see that you will make a difference. My very best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's my privilege to request our chief guest this morning, Professor Madhav Khosla, to deliver the convocation address.
Thank you so much. It's obviously a real privilege to deliver this address. I've admired CEPT for many years, as anybody has who's interested in Indian higher education. When Bimalji asked me whether I would be interested, I was obviously completely floored, but I was also taken aback for 2 reasons. One is that it wasn't so long ago that I was a student. And the only thing I remember about convocation addresses is that they were devastatingly boring. And I couldn't sort of wait to really get my degree and run. And the second is that I wondered what I might be able to say to to students sort of like me, but who had actually studied something very different, right? And often when I meet people, or historically when I've met people, they sort of, would meet me and say, look, how is it that you can spend so much time thinking about the Constitution? And I'm often sort of, my instinct is to say one of two things to them. The first is that, well, I don't spend that much time thinking about the Constitution, surely. I mean, none of us are that boring. And the second is that I sort of look at them and I say, well, why aren't you doing the same? And I think that I'd like to sort of just take off a little bit from that, and begin sort of with a very basic thought that, look, in some ways, none of your, or very little, I think, of your formal training has probably related to thinking about the Constitution in any serious and sort of academic, professional way. And I hope it hasn't, right? Because if you've been thinking about that, you haven't been thinking about what you've actually been studying at CEPT, right? Which are other things. But the reality of our modern lives is that whether or not we are interested in the law is interested in us. And there's no sort of escaping that. And I think part of, at least, the moment of graduating is that you're not only becoming or thinking about actually what you might do next, but you're also exiting a certain kind of private life or a certain kind of isolated educational existence and entering a certain kind of public or different kind of role. And ultimately, all of us are not really sort of, I mean, all of us are in some sense students at one stage or another. But I think what is interesting is that all of us are citizens, right, at our core. And I want to just speak a little bit about what that means and what that actually sort of, why that's significant, and why and how we should think about both why the Indian Constitution matters and what should worry us, or what should concern us, or what should interest us. And I think We could begin by a very simple story, right? In the middle of the 19th century, if you think about it, most countries in the world were not actually democracies. And if somebody told you that any country could be a democracy and you were around in 1850, people would say that you're mad. And 100 years later, there's nobody who really believes that no country cannot be a democracy. So suddenly the idea becomes universal 100 years later. And what is the interesting historical moment that marks that shift? And the answer is the Indian Constitution. And basically, you have this one moment where actually people are willing to say that, unlike in the American Revolution, where the question was, can democracy exist anywhere? Here, the question was, can democracy exist everywhere? And I don't sort of want to go into aspects of what the Indian founding was about and what it wasn't, and much of that is boring, much of that is technical, and it'll become like every convocation I've attended. But I do want to say three things I think that are interesting, right? And I think that are interesting for our lives in general. The first is that actually a lot of citizenship isn't just about how we relate to the state, but it's actually how we relate to each other. And so that's something that's actually quite significant. That citizenship is ultimately about reconstituting the relationship between, say, you and me. It's not just about reconstituting the relationship between states. I think the second, which is at least for me the most interesting and fascinating part about the Indian constitutional founding, is that the project of politics is constantly being created and recreated. So, when a lot of the world told India's founders that, look, India can't be a democracy because it's poor, it's illiterate, it has people of all these various types, it has all these divisions, the Indian answer was that you can create democratic politics, you can create democratic citizens through democratic politics. That actually politics itself can create the people that you want to create. And so if you think you're going to get those people before politics, you're putting the cart before the horse. And similarly, in our world today, that hasn't changed. The kind of people that we get in our world are the kind of people who we seek to get and who we seek to create. And so when we run a certain kind of politics, we'll get a certain kind of people. And when we run a certain kind of a different kind of politics, we'll get a different kind of people. And so part of what's, I think, very interesting and important about that is it reminds us that what's special about the modern world, unlike the medieval world or the ancient world, is that we actually make it. We actually create it. And in some sense, that's why education is so powerful, because you actually live and think that you can actually create and recreate the world around you. That fundamentally, the lives that we lead, we are not just choosing the people we want to marry or the books we want to read or the films we want to watch. We are actually choosing the terms of our collective existence. We're choosing the terms of our sort of public life in a deeper way. And that world is constantly mutable. We can change it, we can destroy it, we can remake it. And that is actually what's scary, what's promising, what's interesting about modernity. And I think the thing about constitutions is that we already do so much of what constitutions aspire to do in our private lives, right? We make plans, we have certain kinds of rules, we actually want to change certain things. And all that constitutions are doing is that they are doing that in some sense in a larger, more significant fashion. But I think that in a way, what's very important for us to remember is that when India sort of when Indians challenged the logic of colonialism, right? They actually challenged it by saying that you could actually completely change how people would be through politics itself, through new kinds of knowledge and power. And that's ultimately what you've got in the last few years, right? You've got certain new kinds of knowledge, you've got certain new kinds of power, and that you can act, that there is something like a democratic citizen who's always coming into being. And that kind of person is never created, right? That kind of person is, it's like a plant that you constantly and consistently keep watering. And when we think about why that's significant today, one needn't get into sort of aspects of Indian politics now or aspects of Indian politics later. That's often not the most sort of interesting way to do it. But I think that, at least for me, part of what is an interesting way to do it is that we have to realize that what's significant around the world that we inhabit is a certain kind of constructivism, is the idea that even people we don't like are actually trying to remake the world. And that's an inspiring thought, because it's a reminder of the fact that the world can be remade. And I think that, in a sense, the scariest thing, or the most worrying thing perhaps in our time, right, or in any time, isn't extremism, but a certain kind of cynicism, a certain kind of belief that, look, the world actually has certain terms and conditions, and we have to live within them, or we have to conform to them, or we have to sort of, those are the rules that actually bind us and that we can't change. And I think, in some sense, that's a fundamentally anti-constitutional thought, because what it means to think about constitutionally is that you can fully change the world. But unlike you would do with war, constitutions allow you to do it peacefully. And so constitutions are actually ways to peacefully, completely re-alter the world, but they are still fundamentally world-making activities. And that's why, I mean, that's one of the reasons why the Indian Constitution was, in some sense, such a fundamental text, right? It was a kind of pedagogical apparatus that brought into being a certain kind of citizen. And we are always going to have situations where we don't, we are always going to be in societies, wherever we live, at whatever age we live, where simply because we have constitutions that we might like, we don't get the politics we want, right? And of course, that's going to be true, because constitutions are never sufficient for the kind of world that we inhabit, right? But I think part of what's important for all of us, right, not just for boring lawyers like me, but actually for every single person, is that recognizing that, in a sense, modern political life, right, will obviously be a playground of all kinds of rational, irrational beliefs and contexts, and so on and so forth. But what's significant is that any kind of sort of constitutional change or any kind of political movement is itself a mark of possibility. And I think, at least for me, the most exciting thing about getting an education, and I think that's what's been, I mean, all of you have got an incredible education, right? You are graduating now from one of the best centers of learning that India has known, not only at the present, but perhaps for decades. And in a way, what's inspiring about having that kind of education isn't what you've learned, or isn't only what you've learned, but the thought that actually that learning is a way to actually alter the world around you. And there are two things that are needed if the world around you has to alter, right? You need to be able to alter the world around you, and that's what education has done or given you. But the world also needs to be capable of being altered, right? And I think part of what we learn from constitutions is that that's actually what people try to do. right? And they may alter it in ways you like, they may alter it in ways you don't like, right? A lot of people did not like the alterations that were brought about in 1950. A lot of people did. A lot of people like what alterations that are being brought about now. A lot of people don't. That's neither here nor there. But what's common to all of these enterprises is the fundamental belief that the world can change. And I think that's what actually makes the enterprise of education or the pedagogical sort of aspiration so meaningful, that in a way, I think the thing that we have to guard against, because we'll always be in situations where we seem to be at an edge, right, where you've sort of hit a roadblock, that there is a way in which the world stares you in the face and you think nothing can be done. And we have to realize that the problem with that thought is that not that it's conservative or extremist or liberal or illiberal, is it's cynical. And that cynicism is fundamentally anti-constitutionalist. And so I think to believe in constitutions isn't only to believe in the rule of law. It isn't only to believe that if we are all under a single authority like the state, that itself brings about a certain kind of equality because we all are under the same umbrella. It isn't only to believe that, look, we should all be accorded dignity as individuals rather than reduced to different groups, because the individualization of identity is what actually enables me to be an agent. Constitutionalism means all of these things, but it also means fundamentally that I can change something, and the world can be changed as a technical and as a meaningful matter. And I think for me at least, that's been one of the most important things, one of the most important reasons why education matters and why we are here. And so that's the only sort of very simple thought that I leave you with, that when we think about constitutions, we actually think about constituting the modern world. And the modern world hasn't been constituted just by wars or by colonialism. It's actually been constituted in very dramatic ways by constitutions, not only earlier, but now. 80% actually of the world's constitutions have been written in the last 50 years, I think. And so these are not small things. And all these people are doing something because they've realized this, right? That this is how we shape our sort of public imagination and collective consciousness. So I leave the thought there. And I just want to thank everybody again, and I want to congratulate you. This is, at least when I've been there, I've always felt that this is one of the most special moments of life because nothing else counts more. So thank you.
We'll soon begin with the conferment of degrees. The chairman and members of the Board of Management of CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the students the doctoral degree and the Master of Philosophy degree in their respective disciplines. Doctoral degree in Architecture, Anjali Kadam. Simantini Chapalkar. Master of Philosophy degree in Planning, Bhargav Hiren Oza. Many congratulations. The chairman and the members of the Board of Management of CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the students the postgraduate degrees in their respective disciplines. Faculty of Architecture. Faculty of Design. Faculty of Management, Faculty of Planning, Faculty of Technology, the Chairman and the members of the Board of Management of CEPT University, on the nomination of the Executive Council, have conferred upon the students their undergraduate degrees in their respective disciplines. Faculty of Architecture, Faculty of Design, Faculty of Planning, Faculty of Technology. You have all now become the proud graduates of CEPT University. Many congratulations to all of you. University Awards of Proficiency. These awards acknowledge the tremendous achievement of the students across the whole spectrum of education at CEPT. It's not confined just to academic achievement, but also embraces the whole range of activities that makes for a balanced and rounded education. The awards are for the categories Academic Excellence, Best Capstone Project, and Distinguished Student Award. The recipients of these awards are, let's start with Faculty of Architecture, Bachelor of Architecture. The Academic Excellence Award goes to banker Ahana Alay. The Best Capstone Project Award, Nishant Krishna. Distinguished Student Award, Bhavya Jain. Master of Architecture, Architectural Design. Academic Excellence Award goes to Ashwin Senthil. The Best Capstone Project Award also goes to Ashwin Senthil. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Dubevar Tanvi Rajesh. Master of Architecture, Architectural History and Theory. The Academic Excellence Award, the Best Capstone Award, and the Distinguished Student Award. All the three awards go to Indrakanti Venkata Sai Shashank. Master of Architecture, Conservation and Regeneration. The Academic Excellence Award and the Best Capstone Project Award goes to Satvika Pancholi. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Lakshmi R. Master of Landscape Architecture, the Academic Excellence Award goes to Abhinaya R. The Best Capstone Project Award to Shanti K. The Distinguished Student Award to Prasanna Matikop. Faculty of Design, the Bachelor of Interior Design. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Patel Manali. The Best Capstone Project Award, Ishani Pandey. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Saloni Mahajan. Master of Design, Interior Design. The Academic Excellence Award recipient is Insha Sharma. She also gets the Best Capstone Project Award. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Madhumita A. International Master of Interior Architectural Design. The Academic Excellence Award and the Best Capstone Project Award goes to Nanda Kishore. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Payapale Teja. Master of Design, Furniture Design. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Ahmed Faraz Khan. The Best Capstone Project Award is Aishwarya Murari. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Ahana Sen. Master of Design, Building Products and System. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Pallavi Malkarnekar. The Best Capstone Project Award goes to Shirley Elizabeth Matthew. The Distinguished Student Award, we have Anerao Aditi. Faculty of Management, Master of Management Studies in Urban Management. Academic Excellence Award, Apurvi Gupta. Best Capstone Project Award, Snigdha Kanta. Distinguished Student Award goes to Irene Shaji. Faculty of Planning, Bachelor of Design, Urban Design. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Khushali Haji. Best Capstone Project, Sparsh Patlan. Distinguished Student Award, Vidisha Dhar. Master of Planning, Urban Design. The Academic Excellence Award and the Best Capstone Project Award goes to Niveda Ramesh. Distinguished Student Award goes to Manoj S. Master of Planning, Urban Planning. The Academic Excellence Award and the Best Capstone Project Award goes to Rithika Rajalakshmi. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Palash Roy. Master of Planning, Urban Housing. The Academic Excellence Award and the Distinguished Student Award goes to Chudkar Vishal Nitin. Best Capstone Project Award goes to Nandana L.S. Master of Planning, Urban Infrastructure. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Dwani Chawla. The Best Capstone Project Award is Thakur Akshat Yomin. Distinguished Student Award goes to Rishabh Garg. Master of Planning, Urban Transport Systems. The Academic Excellence Award and the Best Capstone Project Award goes to Surya Sugathan Malayalil. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Janani V. Faculty of Technology. The Bachelor of Construction Technology. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Renuka Gopala Krishnan. Best Capstone Project goes to Gajar Akshay Kumar Vijay Kumar. Distinguished Student Award goes to Shah Khushi Dharmesh. Master of Technology, Construction, Engineering and Management. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Solanki Keval. The Best Capstone Project Award goes to Trivedi Dhruv. Distinguished Student Award goes to Nimish Sharma. Master of Technology, Structural Engineering and Design. Academic Excellence Award and the Best Capstone Project Award winner is Shah Umang Chetan Kumar. The Distinguished Student Award goes to Shet Dawal. Master of Technology, Geomatics. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Sindhuja LR. The Best Capstone Project goes to Shah Khushal. And the Distinguished Student Award goes to Chavda Tej. Master of Technology, Building Energy Performance. The Academic Excellence Award goes to Akshay Garg. The Capstone Project goes to Millie Jain. And the Distinguished Student Award goes to Nikita Khatri. Many congratulations to all of you. It's time to share some message messages of gratitude from our graduating students. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much. I feel very happy and humbled to have received the Distinguished Student Award. My last 5 years at CEPT were truly special, and I created tons of beautiful memories that I will cherish forever. It is all the fun that we had in our studios, to the frequent chai trips with friends, not to forget the intense table discussions with our professors, which sometimes spilled outdoors with a cup of tea, and of course the late night table tennis closer to the jury. I'm going to miss it all, and there are so many people who made this possible for me, who had my back and who helped me get through CEPT in one piece. So through this video, I would like to extend my gratitude to all of you who were a part of this journey, who saw me grow not only as a student of design but also as an individual.
I remember joining MArc as a person hesitant to ask questions in the public. But today when I receive this award as a transformed individual that CEPT has molded me into, I give the complete credit to the exposure offered to us by means of well-designed interactive courses. Our faculties who also shared with us various national and international professional platforms inspired and encouraged us to interact and contribute to the profession. At CEPT, working as a student assistant at CHC made me confident and a better professional. I would like to thank our professors Dr. Jigna Desai, Kushi Shah, Ashna Patel, Mridula Mane, Sabrina Khan and Jayashree Bardhan for their continued efforts in providing the best and pushing us in thinking beyond in the true sense. Lastly, I would like to thank and credit this award to Amma, Acha, my brother, without whom CEPT would not have been possible.
Hello, I am Aditi Ane Rao, and I'm talking for receiving this Distinguished Student Award. And I would love to thank the university for giving me this award and finding me worth. Heartfelt gratitude to all the tutors, faculty, Anand sir, Sada sir, Seema ma'am and everyone who has imparted knowledge to me. Great thanks to KV sir and Chandra ma'am for all that they have done for us. I don't think we could have done anything in the university without them. For giving us all the love and support at all times we required it, and for being there on the days when nobody else was.
Hello everyone, I'm Teja Payapalle. I would like to start by thanking CEPT University for recognizing my efforts as a student and giving me an opportunity to show my gratitude through this award. I'd like to thank all my faculty members, Faculty of Design IMEAD, especially Rishabh Jain sir and Kirit Patel sir for helping me bring structure to my thoughts and to articulate better. Angad, Erwin, Sonia, Abbas, Kubair and Jinal for introducing me to a world of possibilities, Claire and Sapan for teaching me restraint, and Seema ma'am for making me question my existence. All of my friends, seniors and juniors from all faculties who had to bear with me and my craziness through this journey of 2 years. And most importantly, I'd like to thank my parents and family for their ever-extending support.
It has been a really long 5 years at CEPT, yet a very short one at that. I would like to thank the campus, the nooks and corners of it, especially the FA building, for providing spaces for discussion, deliberation, and even a little mischief. Here in friends, faculties, and colleagues, I've found confidants, mentors, people who are just an email away to whatever academic or emotional support I could ask for. Everybody who made the campus run smoothly, the people who made sure our fingers don't get cut in workshops or who gave us chai early in the morning after a sleepless night, people who cleaned up after us.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor for me to receive the Distinguished Student Award, and I can't thank CEPT University and Faculty of Planning enough for making this possible. I came to CEPT with an idea to create maximum impact on the society. In return, I'm taking back impacts on my life that I shall always cherish. From intense discussions on FM canteen to late night works in the studio, CEPT has imbibed some of the most intangible life lessons, and I thank our esteemed faculties, TAs, guides and admin staff for easing us through it. I would like to especially thank my teams of FP Newsletter and Literary Club and Placement Cell, without whom none of the amazing work we did would have been possible, and my friends for supporting me through everything along the way. Last but not the least, I would like to thank my parents for believing in me no matter what the consequences, and God for forging me through the difficulties and making me who I am. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I'm Rishabh Garg and I did Master of Planning Specialization in Urban Infrastructure. The 2-year-long journey at CEPT University has truly been a life-changing one. I not only learned from the excellent faculty at CEPT University, but also from my peers and other students coming from various different backgrounds. The informal discussion on various topics with the students and the faculties while sitting at the canteen taught me that learning is not only just limited to the classroom. I can look back and connect the dots now and say that all the academic discussions, group works, juries, and the hard work have transformed me to face the challenges of the professional world. I would always cherish the time spent here at CEPT University and would like to thank my faculties, my batchmates, and the administrative staff for making CEPT a place where one can be himself or herself and prosper.
A very good evening, everyone. Firstly, I feel extremely overwhelmed today as I record this clipping for the Convocation 2022 ceremony. Indeed, it has been an extraordinary journey all along the time of admission to the campus life and also the unfortunate COVID crisis that we as a batch went through. We have suffered, but also learned and sailed through the uncertain times, and here we stand today, stronger than ever. As I personally feel obliged while I receive the Distinguished Student Award today, I cannot thank a few. In fact, it's the success of every single person who was with me in this very journey. Last but not the least, I will always be grateful to the mentors who have shaped me into a positive, upgraded individual altogether while I achieved this milestone in my academic and professional domain. Hence, a big thank you to all of you out there and my heartfelt gratitude to CEPT always.
Hello everyone, I am deeply honored to receive this Distinguished Student Award. I would like to take this opportunity to first and foremost thank my parents and my brother for always believing in me. I would also like to thank all of my friends at CEPT and all the seniors who always had my back, without whom half of my endeavors at CEPT would not have been possible. I would also like to thank all my faculties who taught me in the last 5 years, especially Tushar sir and Pavni ma'am, who always encouraged me to aim higher. And last but not the least, I would like to thank all of my batchmates for just being such an amazing batch. Thank you.
The spirit of CEPT lies in its people more than anything else. Hence, I owe this award and degree to the people of CEPT, all my faculties here, especially KP sir and Seema ma'am, who were there to guide me and mentor me through the most crucial semesters. I'd also like to extend gratitude towards my seniors and peers who helped me grow and evolve over the years. You've seen a bathed sunroof bloom into one full of rainbows and sunshine.
Hello everyone, good morning. I am absolutely elated to be receiving the Distinguished Student Award for my Masters from the Furniture Design Program. I would like to thank my family, my friends, batchmates, seniors, juniors and all my peers who've been a part of my journey here. I would like to thank all the faculties and the TAs and all the staff here who supported me and put me through the grind to bring out the best in me. And lastly, I would like to thank the campus, its environment has given me the exposure and confidence in helping me grow, not only professionally but also as an individual. Thank you once again for finding me deserving enough for this award and hope to see everyone back on campus really soon. Until then, stay well, take care and happy graduation.
Hi all, greetings and wishing you all a very happy new year. Hope all of you are doing well and are in the best of health. I feel really honored, privileged, blessed and excited on receiving the Student Distinguished Award from Faculty of Technology, CEPT University. I feel that CEPT has truly changed and transformed me from a mere architect to a complete built environment professional. It has provided me with endless opportunities from my very first international winter school in Frankfurt, Germany to my very first publication in an international journal. I am also really grateful to all the faculty members, especially Dr. Jyoti Trivedi, Dr. Devanshu Pandit, Dr. Bhargav Dave and my guide Dr. Ganesh Devkar, all of them who have supported me and provided me unconditional guidance throughout.
Greetings of the day to all. This is an exciting moment for me and I believe for all those who have gathered here to celebrate the convocation together. Congratulations to all. I'm here to acknowledge this momentous occasion of my life to receive the Distinguished Student Award. I'm deeply honored by all the faculties for this recognition. Admission at CEPT University was truly a life-changing experience in all the spheres of my life. It helped me to evolve a better individual every day. All the faculties, guest faculties and my batchmates are a constant source of motivation. Heartfelt gratitude to all of you.
Very good evening, this is Vishal and I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the Faculty of Planning at CEPT University for this acknowledgement, generosity, kindness and grace. Special thanks to my friends, peers, teaching assistants, faculties, admin and the library to facilitate the learning. And I would like to dedicate these awards to the spirit of this batch to go on your adventures. Thank you.
Hello all, myself Manoj. I'm honored to receive this award from the university. I would like to congratulate all my fellow batchmates who made it through the tough times. Big kudos to all. Firstly, I would like to give my sincere thanks to the CEPT management and the Faculty of Planning nominated team. Without them, I would have not received this award. And special thanks to my mentors, Professor Vijay sir, Mona ma'am, Ravi sir and Purvi ma'am for giving their immense support and their treasured knowledge for the past 2 years.
I'm so honored to have received this level of education and feel grateful to be the recipient of the prestigious Distinguished Student Award today. I take this opportunity to thank CEPT University and Faculty of Management, particularly my thesis guide Gayatri ma'am, for her constant guidance and invaluable assistance. I'm also extremely thankful to Nimit sir, Mercy ma'am, Shaili ma'am, Jyoti ma'am, and all who mentored and supported me during my time at the university. Thank you for being part of my journey, building my foundation through the studio sessions, skill development trainings, and the enlightening conversations, and constantly encouraging me, which instilled passion and growth in me and enabled me to be the person I am today.
My SAFE journey has been amazing. I would like to thank all my faculty who believed in me and supported me throughout my journey. I remember my first day at SAFE. I went to Bindi ma'am and I told her I can't continue my study because I couldn't understand anything. And at that time she motivated me, which helped me to pursue my master's degree.
Post-graduation at CEPT University has been a dream come true. I'm honored to receive this Distinguished Student Award today and the journey couldn't get even more wholesome. Thanks to my family who has been a constant support in fulfilling my dreams. Special thanks to Rishabh sir for being a great mentor in the past 2 years. Also to KP sir, Chirag sir, Amber ma'am, Kushru sir and all the visiting faculties whose studios have been a great learning experience.
Hello everyone, this is Janani from MUTS. It's a great honor to receive the Distinguished Student Award. So first of all, I'd like to thank my fellow students for believing in me and nominating me for this award. This wouldn't have been possible without the constant support from you guys, so thank you all. I would also take this opportunity to express my gratitude to all our faculty members, especially Professor Shalini Sinha, Professor Shivanand Swami and Professor Nitika Bakri for their constant guidance. So, CEPT has armed me with good education with its exemplary faculty and facilities which will help in the competitive world outside, for which I am forever indebted to this institution. So, this award will stand very dear to me and it will be a reminder for the hard work that we have all put in, and it will be a motivation to achieve excellence in the future. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents for being a constant support throughout and hope you all have a great day and happy graduation.
First of all, I am thankful to Almighty and CEPT University who have bestowed me with Distinguished Student Award. I express my gratitude for my parents, family who have been through with me in these turbulent times. CEPT has laid an important foundation in our careers and has helped us to dream bigger, create safer, serviceable and economic built environment. At CEPT, I have realized the importance of form and function in this changing and dynamic world. I am thankful to my batchmates, peers and faculties who have been through with my journey at CEPT. I express my special thanks to Dr. Anil Shah, Dr. Dhara Shah and the visiting faculties who have changed my perspective of looking at buildings and modern day infrastructure in a whole new way.
Thank you, students. It was wonderful to hear your messages. On behalf of CEPT University, I cheer all the graduates and the award winners You not only conquered the rigorous coursework for your degrees, you have also concluded your degrees amidst a worldwide disruption. We are all very proud of you. We wish you best for a fulfilling career ahead. Thank you. Before we conclude, allow me to thank one and all for your gracious presence in this ceremony. Though today we were not together on the campus, I'm sure we were there together in the ceremony in full spirit. I also also take this opportunity to thank my colleagues without whose efforts the ceremony today would not have been such a great success. With this, I declare the convocation ceremony as closed. The second part of the convocation, the faculty level ceremony, will commence shortly. Students, you may now join your respective faculty Zoom link. Thank you very much for being with us once again.